So Narendra Modi seems to have decided now to go after Rahul Gandhi more and more directly. Sanjay Jha stays with us in this part of the debate. Manoj Jha stays with us, and joining us is Sudhanshu Trivedi, is spokesperson of the BJP and the BJP president's political advisor. And Sabir Ali stays with us of the JDU. Manisha Priyam, let's come to you first, Manisha. You know, I think Narendra Modi now seems to have decided that he's going to go after Rahul Gandhi. That's the first takeaway that I have. The second is that he said today in his speech that he said to the Muslims, I say, don't fight Hindus, fight poverty. That seems to be fairly direct, that he's pitting himself there. Thirdly,
Can you repeat the last part of the question again?
The second part I said is that he seems to be saying repeatedly, today he said to my message to the Muslims is, don't fight Hindus, fight poverty. And the first part I said was that he seems to have decided to go after Rahul Gandhi personally now by explaining why he calls him a Shehzada. Is this going to work?
You know, it's quite clear that Narendra Modi has decided who his opponents are. And if you see, clearly now it is Rahul Gandhi that he's talking to. It is Nitish Kumar personally that he's talking to. So in a sense, Narendra Modi does seem to have a clear script for himself. He's going not for the jugular, but for the strategy. Look for your opponent straight. Do a one-on-one and show thereafter to the people clearly as to where he and his party stand and where the opponent stands. So that gives him the advantage of finding the weaknesses, therefore, in a far more clearer manner in where the opponents stand. I mean, today's rally, if it is to be taken, I think it's an open challenge for Nitish Kumar to come up with a rally of this kind. It's an implicit challenge to Lalu Yadav, whose Garib rally a couple of months before he went into jail was nowhere near this mark. So telling in a sense the people of Bihar that look, it's quite clear, like chalk and cheese. Here I am with people with support, a new ideology and strength on the ground. And these are your incumbents, not able to quite match the personality that he has. So yes, you're quite clear. He's quite clear as to who his opponent is in terms of personality, and he's turning the whole thing towards a personality contest.
Well, you know, he considers some of the themes he's picking on. Sudhanshu Trivedi, poverty over communalism, poverty over development. You know, will this puncture the Congress party? Is the idea Sudhanshu Trivedi to steal the poverty theme, the theme of poverty away from the Congress?
There is no question of stealing any idea. Whatever Sri Narendra Modi ji has said in Patna today, it is very clear which was the strategy of BJP. We want to fight the election on the issue of misgovernance, corruption and price rise. So in a way you can say we want to fight the election on the issue of having to fight with poverty. But the issue of communalism, which was being raked by so many Congress leaders, but 2 days before, when Sri Rahul Gandhi himself has taken up the issue, means the Congress decided to take up this issue from the topmost level. So they are trying to create a communal atmosphere. What Narendra Modi ji has said, he had made it very clear that BJP's target is good governance and to eradicate the poverty. But the Congress is trying to divert the issue on the other aspect, because in the communal polarization, Congress can anticipate some...
I don't know. Let's get Sanjay in on this. No, because by saying that poverty is the real threat, he's changing the discourse. You see, he's changing the discourse to a subject that perhaps does not give him the kind of blushes that the secularism debate does. You know, with respect to Gujarat, you know what I'm talking about. While the Congress speaks for inclusive growth, Sudhanshu Trivedi, what Modi is doing the same in the context of Muslims, thereby further debunking the communal image. What did he mean, for example, when he said, don't fight Hindus, fight poverty? Who's fighting Hindus? What did he mean when he says, don't fight Hindus, fight poverty? When he says, I say this, what does he mean by that?
Yes,
who's fighting Hindus?
He mean by that, those statements,
by what?
Those statements, like,
Go continue. Go ahead, Mr. Trivedi.
Yes. He was directing towards those statements. For example, after this Bodh Gaya blast, Sri Digvijay Singh has taken no time just to draw a conclusion that who has done this blast. Just on this blast, Sri Sabir Ali ji was saying, as if it has been a reaction of the polarizing figure. If the senior leaders of Congress enjoys visiting those who are accused in terror, those who are accused of terror become called beta or beti, then these type of separatist forces gets emboldened. Those who try to create a communal flavor, what Sri Rahul Gandhi was saying in Indore. This was the point which Sri Narendra Modi was trying to make. Don't create a divide. Don't create one community as a target of the other community.
Sanjay Jha's turn to respond to you. I don't know. It can be seen. You know, this whole Sabir Ali, you want to respond? Okay, go ahead. Sabir Ali is countering you first. Then I go to Sanjay Jha. Sabir Ali, yes. To Sudhanshu Trivedi.
See, entire country knows whether it's a small boy or the old people. The originations of the communal polarization is Bhajpa, is Bharatiya Janata Party, none other party than Bhajpa. And this country has faced a very tough time on this issue. And there was, even still I accept, that there were several of issues to fight for this coming 2014 elections. To bring in somebody and to face to project, it was clear indication from the Bhajpa what they are trying to say and on which direction they are going to.
No, Mr. Sabir,
whatever they are thinking today, probably they have thought they cannot succeed in that. Now they are changing the track.
No, he's taken you on your home turf. He's called your party hypocritical. He said your party is opportunistic. You have come in for direct attack from Narendra Modi in the
Modi ji is the script reader. He is a script reader, always change his scripts. So to talking about from the dais, and to somebody was talking about the gathering of the people, I think they have not seen the rally in Delhi itself.
The reference to Shehzada, far from being on the back foot. You see, Janardhan Dwivedi came out, Sanjay Jha, and said of the Congress party, stop calling him a Shehzada only because of election commission restrictions. We are not going all out and questioning why he's saying so, etc. But the fact is, look here, he's positioning himself, Sanjay Jha. He says, Rahul Gandhi is a Shehzada and I am a person born into poverty. Today he says in his speech that I have actually sold tea. मैंने चाय बेची है in trains. I know how it is to get onto trains, what to do. He's presenting himself as a rooted person, as opposed to a Shehzada, a dynast, which is Rahul Gandhi. What will Rahul Gandhi say in response? Where is Rahul Gandhi's response to that? He'll have to concede the point that he's far more privileged than Narendra Modi was in his upbringing.
Well, while you're reading out his curriculum vitae, he's also the only person and a chief minister and a prime ministerial aspirant now who also has the blot and the stigma to explain to the people of India of his non-performance and his disastrous governance when the riots of 2002 happened, and we know what happened, the massacres where innocents died. So let us please exhaust his laundry list of achievements there. Arnab, let me quickly respond to what Mr. Trivedi said. And it's very pertinent. I think you're right. You are absolutely right. Narendra Modi is after Rahul Gandhi. But there's a difference. After means he's following him. If you remember, it's Mr. Rahul Gandhi who's been repeatedly, and this has been the Congress ideology. We have always been a pro-poor party. After the food security bill, I think when he's gone campaigning on the ground, Mr. Modi has seen the reality of the fact that there are challenges in India beyond the rich, beyond the corporates. I think Mr. Gandhi has put that debate on the national agenda. So you have been seeing Mr. Modi of late suddenly worrying about the poor of India. And I think that tells you how the political narrative, he's actually imitating the Congress. And I do believe imitation is the best form of practice. On his issue on Muslims, let me tell you, you made a... Let me answer. Let me one more statement, and you can get Mr. Trivedi.
This is warming up.
One more statement and get Mr. Trivedi to contradict that. One more, Arnab, a kind request.
Okay, Mr. Trivedi, give him 30 seconds more, please.
This is a gentleman who talks to the minority community of Muslims in India. He's talking to the minority community of Muslims in India. In the whole of Gujarat, Mr. Narendra Modi did not find one candidate worthy from the Muslim community to fight elections.
Let's not go to 2 points together, otherwise you see we'll lose
one
focus.
Candidate
No,
one second.
Sanjay, let's agree on one thing.
This is nothing but communal politics.
Sanjay, 1 minute. Sanjay, you see, what we are doing here is, we can go all over the place, which we won't. We will restrict ourselves to what is being spoken. So you are saying, Manoj Jha, I'll come to you after Sudhanshu Trivedi. You are putting the ball in the BJP's court, and you are telling Sudhanshu Trivedi that the fact that Narendra Modi has turned his own focus to his own rise from poverty, that he's talking about all that, and his understanding of poverty vis-a-vis that of the prince, the Shahzada, is a sign that the BJP has been put on the back foot, that Narendra Modi is following Rahul Gandhi, and Narendra Modi is being forced to counter the Congress party's strategy about commitment to the poor. So here's the charge, Mr. Trivedi, that you are the copycats. That you are the copycats and the original script is being written by the Congress party. Response from the BJP tonight.
It is a very amusing logic given by Sri Sanjay Jha. If you look at all the speeches of Sri Rahul Gandhi in the last 1 month or so,
okay,
his consistent attack on Sri Narendra Modi or on BJP is on the communal line. If we would have responded to that, then you could have said that we are following Rahul Gandhi. As far as poverty is concerned, Mr. Sanjay Jha was saying that once Sri Narendra Modi has gone on the ground, he has seen the poverty. I want to say that whether Sri Narendra Modi or Rajnath Singh or any other BJP leader, they are grown from the ground. They don't want to see poverty. They have felt the poverty. And it is for those who represent a dynasty. They are required to go to the ground and see the poverty.
No, let's come to dynasty
and how
later.
much time they want to
I'll come to dynasty later. 1 minute. 1 minute. Should I allow a counter?
Let me answer that.
I'll come to 1 minute. I'll come to dynasty later.
And
1 minute.
One minute. Let me complete one sentence.
So you are not giving me a chance.
There's an agreement between us.
Let me complete one sentence. As far as our governments are concerned, we have taken food security much before you have done, several years before. So we are more concerned about the poverty. Our governments are more concerned about the poverty.
Agreement.
Rather than you have stolen the idea of food security from Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh government. It was the vice versa, not the BJP has taken from Congress party.
I don't know. Agreement. 1 second. Gentlemen, let's stay to what is being spoken.
You're sounding rattled, Mr. Trivedi. One quick point. Arnab, let me make one quick point.
By the way,
I think Narendra Modi has reduced this debate to a very pedestrian level by labeling Mr. Rahul Gandhi. The Congress party treats that as nothing but the very poor intellectual depth that Mr. Modi has.
But are you getting rattled at the description of Rahul Gandhi as a Shahzada?
I want to make a point.
No, 1 second. Sanjay, 1 minute. Are you getting rattled? Are you getting rattled?
Narendra Modi insults. Narendra Modi insults. He's insulting the people of Amethi. He's insulting the people of Uttar Pradesh by saying this is dynasty. Rahul Gandhi has won on a popular mandate. But Rahul Gandhi has won, Mrs. Gandhi has won. Everybody in politics needs a popular mandate. I think they're insulting the people of India by saying there is dynasty. And if you go by that logic, why is Kalyan Singh's son, why is Rajnath Singh's son getting party positions in Uttar Pradesh? Can Mr. Trivedi explain that? Can he explain why
we are now moving to the issue.
And why the Shiv Sena are nothing but dynasty parties?
I would like to respond.
No, I think he cannot have double standards here.
You want to move to the issue.
Kindly explain that.
You want to move to the issue of dynasty.
I would like to respond in one sentence.
I think calling Rahul Gandhi names.
I would like to respond in one sentence. There is a difference in giving a ticket or position to any party leader and handing over the entire leadership of your party, the entire leadership of your government to one dynasty.
That's not your problem.
There is a difference, Mr. Sanjay Jha.
That's not your problem. By the way, we don't comment on your choosing Narendra Modi as a leader. Why are you getting so upset, disturbed, and not getting insomnia, Mr. Trivedi? Because Rahul Gandhi is going to lead the campaign. That's not your problem.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, can I ask you something? Sudhanshu Trivedi.
We are not.
Why you
Sudhanshu Trivedi, can I ask you something?
Don't get paranoid, Mr. Trivedi.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, can I ask you something?
I think he's
you say tonight, by the way, I have a dynasty index. I just will come to it in a minute. There is something, I have a dynasty index, I'll share it with you. But Sudhanshu Trivedi, handing over the entire party. So what about the Shiv Sena? What about the Shiv Sena? Who runs the youth wing of the Shiv Sena? Who heads the Shiv Sena?
Honestly.
No. Who does?
I can say very honestly, as far as the dynastic politics is concerned.
So does Narendra Modi talk about that? Does Narendra Modi question the dynasty in the Shiv Sena?
There is a difference.
What?
When you are claiming that you represent the entire country, when you are claiming that you are serving the entire country,
this is a new definition.
It's okay.
So you're saying regional parties can have dynasties. Excellent. Convenient. Manoj Jha is rebutting. You're saying regional parties can have dynasties, national parties can have dynasties. Manoj Jha, please. Manoj Jha.
No, I am not saying.
Manoj Jha, please. After that, I'm going on dynasties for a
that as far as the dynasty is concerned, only two parties, Communist Party and BJP are the parties which have followed the two democratic route.
He said 4 things are bad in Indian politics. He said 4 things are the enemy of democracy. First was dynasty, second is caste, third is communalism, and fourth is opportunism. These are 4 things Narendra Modi has said. Now Manoj Jha is rebutting. Manoj Jha.
And all 4 he follows.
I'll focus myself on what he spoke. In fact, I would never make an argument. I have been doing it on your channel that he lacks vision to articulate politics of engagement with everybody. Today what he did, which you are missing, that for the first time I am hearing somebody openly appealing for a particular caste. And look, he is the Hindutva poster boy. And he kept on talking about Yaduvanshi, Yaduvanshi. I don't know what kind of unifying figure is this. I have never heard anybody, believe me, no leader across from Kashmir to Kanyakumari ever speaking in the name of a particular caste. He spoke for 2 minutes that I will take care of Yaduvanshis. What is that? It shows his desperation. It shows his complete lack of...
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And it is coming from...
Sudhanshu Trivedi. The second biggest danger for democracy according to Narendra Modi's caste. And yet he makes repeated references to Yaduvanshi. I think you need to answer.
Yes. This is the basic hallmark of the Indian culture. That's the problem with those parties who don't understand the cultural nationalism. Whether Bhagwan Krishna was born in Mathura, but his capital was in Dwarka in the west. His biggest temple is Tirupati Balaji in the south, and the biggest possession in the Jagannath Puri in the east. So this connects any of the community, any of the god, any of the cultural symbol, connects the entire country. This is the basic concept which made India united. I'm not going in the details.
So you can organize caste rallies.
Any other community, I can give you examples.
No, you can organize caste rallies and then say caste is one of the biggest dangers of Indian democracy. No, 1 second. Sudhanshu Trivedi, 1 minute. Sudhanshu Trivedi, you put the Congress party on a back foot when you say that dynasty is one of the greatest evils, right? I agree with you. You have more dynastic members of parliament, that is Congress has far more dynastic members of parliament than the BJP. So you score well and the Congress scores badly. But you are also saying, he also says caste is the second biggest danger. Then he goes on to make references to Yaduvanshi. The RJD is challenging you tonight, and I am also asking you that how can the BJP, a party which organizes caste rallies, has played caste politics in the past, now suddenly say that caste is the second biggest danger? How can a party, Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, which has openly played communal politics in the past, in the name of the Ram temple, say that, you know, communalism is the third biggest danger? If you are going to question the Congress party on dynasty, you need to come clean on caste and communalism. Mr. Trivedi, I can give you examples of several caste rallies, you know, multiple caste rallies, Brahmin rallies, Dalit rallies, Patwa group rallies, Tanti Tatwa caste rallies, all these rallies which you organize. That's not very unifying, is it? That's not unifying.
I would like to answer both the questions. One on the caste, another on the communal angle. As far as the caste is concerned, there is a difference in giving a cultural connection and emotional cord and giving a caste a symbol of fighting with each other. If somebody comes in power and he distributes all the government posts, all the political posts to one community or one set of people, then it is casteism. When he provokes the idea, a separatist and a reactionary idea towards the other caste, then it is casteism. If you are saying, one day you will say that Bhagwan Ram, if he was a Kshatri, then you are saying he is a caste.
I am saying that symbol. I am saying in the past, I know that the BJP says, I know the BJP.
Now I will come to the communal angle.
Profound spiritual discourse.
Counter.
Very profound
time for a counter.
Discourse, Mr. Trivedi. You are fooling nobody. You are fooling nobody, Mr. Trivedi. Let me tell you, not only are you a party that is religious fundamentalist in its approach, you also have reduced it to a caste element. And Mr. Narendra Modi now is being questioned. Arnab, I appreciate the fact that the media is asking questions of the Congress. I'm also glad there are people asking questions of Narendra Modi. You cannot get away by rhetoric anymore. This may be the election season, but the people of country are going to ask you questions. And I want to let you know, Mr. Trivedi, you are not cutting any ice today. Because the truth is that Mr. Narendra Modi
I'm not going on rhetoric. I would like to give certain concrete facts
to fool the people of India. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
What Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi was saying.
If Mr. Rahul Gandhi is going to be asked questions,
one minute. I say one thing. I've given one example. I only go by facts.
Allow me
No, 1 minute. Manoj, I'm coming to you. I go by facts. When the BJP got in Babu Singh Kushwaha shortly before the Uttar Pradesh election, Sudhanshu Trivedi, you know UP well. आप जब बाबू सिंह कुशवाहा को पार्टी में लाए तो सब लोगों ने लिखा it is only to consolidate OBC and MBC votes. It is not there because he's a great man. He had charges of corruption against him. You ignored it. You know, you must practice what you preach. That's all I'm saying. Even the Congress has a problem, but you also have a problem. Sabir Ali wants to counter. Sabir Ali, please. Sabir Ali, kuch कहना चाहते हैं. 1 minute, Sabir Ali.
Last for 1 year, continuously more than 10 meetings they have already done in Patna itself, all caste by caste. One day Nitish Kumar has quoted with the Sushil Modi कि आप क्या कर रहे हो? आप ये caste में फिर बांटना चाहते हो क्या? He said no, there was a pressure from my party, we should do it. So this is their two faces they have.
No, but can Rahul avoid? Can Rahul avoid? Can Rahul? The bigger question is, can Rahul avoid countering? Will Rahul Gandhi have to come in directly into the debate now? That's the point, right, Manoj Jha? Rahul Gandhi can't avoid now. He's got to get into a direct conflict.
Yeah.
With verbal conflict with Narendra Modi, which he's avoiding. 1 minute, Sanjay, before you come in, let's get the JD.
20 seconds allow. 20 seconds allow me to make a point. Arnab, it is very interesting that he uses the word Shahzada for dynasty. Why doesn't he use the word Rajkumar? The similar synonym for that.
What are you suggesting?
Shahzada's connotation, all of us know.
What are you suggesting?
The fact is, he is using a particular. I'm suggesting that Shahzada is a language of a particular language.
And when he says Delhi Sultanate,
with a particular community.
When he says Delhi Sultanate,
again, that's the same word. That's what I'm telling you.
They'll say that is in your mind. No, they are going to say,
that is not in my mind.
They are going to say that is the way you are looking at it. I'll get Sanjay Jha, tell me.
Do the content analysis.
Sanjay Jha, how do you read it?
Listen to me. Today he said,
Manoj, just give me a minute.
Bihar और उत्तर प्रदेश के यदुवंशियों को कहता हूँ.
Manoj, just give me a minute. Manoj,
okay, Sanjay Jha.
Now, I can
Manoj, just give me a minute. Manoj, just give me a minute. Shabir, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Shabir, just give me a minute. I can tell you, I've heard Arnab very often on even Hindi channels. I've heard BJP spokespeople use the word hukumat. I mean, these are all absolutely obscure terms. These are terms which are an anachronism in a modern Indian democracy. For him to use the word Shehzada, I think is extremely, it's a sad manifestation of his mind.
Why? I don't
tell you. As I answered you earlier, the dynasty, let me tell you, the dynasty, using the word dynasty in India at this point of time is insulting the people of India, number one. And number two, he still hasn't answered the question. And I'll tell you that of the way Mr. Kalyan Singh, Mr. Rajnath Singh, the BJP president himself, is bringing his son into the BJP politics. Not to forget Shiv Sena.
1 second, the question here is,
or even for that matter,
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And I'll tell you one more point.
Sudhanshu Trivedi will counter you before I close.
One more point. Even on the issue, Modi took on, since you said Rahul.
But will Rahul respond now?
At one point.
No, will Rahul respond? No, will all of you bat for Rahul?
Mentioning the ISI linkage. But let me tell you, in Gujarat, he has used the ISI linkage to justify fake encounter cases.
1 minute. We are restricting ourselves, Sanjay, terms of the debate. We are restricting ourselves to what is said.
Entered into Gujarat.
We are restricting.
Fake encounter.
Sanjay, 1 minute. Sanjay, we are restricting.
This is a very disingenuous.
We are restricting ourselves to what is said. Sure. So the last question goes on lexicon and use of vocabulary. But first I am coming to Sudhanshu and then wrap up line from Manisha. Hukumat, Sultanate, Shehzada. Not accidental, deliberate use of such language for...
I have one question, Arnab. I have one question.
Ji.
What is Mr. Anurag, the BJP youth president? What he is?
Okay.
He is a half Shahzada.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, your turn.
What he is?
Sudhanshu Trivedi, using language to divide.
There are two. As far as the question which you have asked about the language, Hukumat, Shehzada and other things. Yes, of course, you are having an option to interpret. But I am giving you 3 examples. Is there any option to interpret? Home Minister of Government of India had said Hindu terror. The Prime Minister of India had said Muslims should have first right over the national resources of India. And this Congress party in 1988 Mizoram manifesto had said, if we get the chance to rule this government, we will try to run the government as per the Catholic thinking. Is there any scope of if And
The debate will continue. Question is running out of time.
Telling that we are raking up the communal issues. You are having the track record of raking up direct communal issues. Direct communal issues.
It's my urge
Mr.
to
Trivedi,
Last
stick
word.
to the
Mr. Trivedi,
Last word to the lady.
by a party cannot be
Last word, gentlemen. Last word to the lady,
poverty-
Manisha Priyam. Manisha Priyam, simply put, only question we want to know. Will Rahul Gandhi have to get into a one-on-one debate with Modi? Because if he doesn't, tomorrow the BJP will say they are running away from a debate.
Yeah, Arnab, I will take the bait and answer the last question, but I will begin by talking of the language. Let's be positive about language. Let's see that Modi today began his speech by using 3 vernaculars from Bihar, the Bhojpuri, the Magadhi and the Maithili. So in a sense, an invocation to the plural identity of the state. And in neighboring Jharkhand, you've got a Congress minister, who's the HRD minister, Geeta Shri Rao. She is saying that those who speak Bhojpuri and Maghi should be chased away from the state. So I think, in a sense, there is far more happening on language than what has been discussed currently. And I would take the bait now and answer the question that yes, a one-on-one is in fact inevitable now. Modi having pushed Rahul Gandhi to take in fact a stand which he would very much like Rahul Gandhi to take. And I would think that Rahul Gandhi is now acting as the beacon of the anti-Congress. Yes, he's acting like an anti-Congress opposition to the incumbent government. And in a sense, Rahul Gandhi will have to take the bait and come out on a one-on-one.
That's the final word on this Newshour debate.
Rahul Gandhi may in fact have to repeat a similar rally in Patna in Gandhi Maidan.
That's the final point on the Newshour debate. Ladies and gentlemen, this debate continues.